was talking about the story of Hezekiah. The Lord sent Isaiah to go and tell Hezekiah that Hezekiah, put your house in order because you are going to die. If it were to be some of us that someone came to us and told us that thus said the Lord, especially a man that is renowned to be a prophet of God. You know, there are some people that we know that these ones, they are not prophets of God. They are only trying to be. They are not always accurate. But we know Isaiah, that this one without doubt is a prophet of the Most High God. And the prophet of the Most High God came to him. He told him, he said, the Lord told me to tell you. He said, put your house in order because you are going to die. He was actually sick before then. And guess what the prophet said? If it were to be some of us say, oh man of God, help me. What do I do? Or oh man of God, pray for me. Or oh man of God, do this. Let us look at what Hezekiah did. Then Hezekiah turned his face towards the prophet. Is that what is written? Oh, read it very well. Hezekiah turned his face toward Isaiah. He turned his face towards the wall and prayed unto the Lord. Verse 3, and he said, remember now, O Lord, I beseech thee, how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, go and say to Hezekiah, thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears, and behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years. What are we talking about here? A prophet came, a prophet that is not to be a prophet of God. He came to give a message of death to Hezekiah. Instead of Hezekiah to be begging the prophet and say, prophet, so what are we going to do now? Prophet, are you not going to pray for me? What did Hezekiah do? He knew that the prophet was a messenger of God. And the messengers has only come to deliver what he was sent. What did he do? If something will change, he had to go back to the same God that he knew by himself. And instead of persuading the prophet or begging the prophet, he went and persuaded God by himself. He didn't even dialogue with the prophet. Oh, messenger, how many of us dialogue with the postmaster when they come to deliver to us? Maybe a bike rider, this bike rider came and deliver, and you are saying that, so how much is this thing? Can we not? How many of us negotiate the price of commodity with the dispatch rider? They will now bring a TV. Maybe you order for a TV or a phone. The dispatch rider now brought it and he has delivered. You now say, okay, you are the one that they sent to bring this phone to me. Can't you give me some discount on this phone? Dispatch rider. How many of us do that? We don't do that. If you need a discount, who do you discuss with? The seller. So Hezekiah knew the God by himself. So despite that, the fact that the prophet brought a report that was not pleasant to him, what did he do? He said, don't worry, prophet, I understand that you're a messenger. There is this God that you have told me that he sent you this message. There is a relationship we have. There is a way we discuss. Don't worry, you have delivered your message. Let me have a meeting with that same God. And what did he do? Instead of dialoguing with the prophet, he went ahead and had a meeting with God. And what did the Lord do? The Lord sent the prophet back. How many things have we missed because we have only believed what the prophet said, hook, line, and sinker, instead of believing them as a messenger of God, and we go and approach the Lord that has sent them. A prophet said that you are going to have accident. Let's even assume that it's a prophet of God. What should you do? Thank you, I have had. Oh God, where will I have accident? They said I'm going to have it. Remember your promise. Go and wrestle it with the God that you know. The same God that you know can send the prophet back if he is the genuine one. I said, no, what? There was an accident planned on your way, but it has been averted. But if you don't know this God by yourself, you will believe everything they tell you. That's why they tell you there is blood on your way. I say, sir, what do I do? Say, okay, look for 3 candles, look for 3 fowls, look for 3 guinea, and bring it. And you're going to have 3 days baths. And after those 3 days baths, you have those 6 days baths by 3 a.m. Have you not had those kind of nonsense before? And all those things happen because we have not taken our time to channel a relationship between our God. Hezekiah did not negotiate with a true prophet. Isaiah was not a small prophet. Isaiah was one that prophesied that Jesus Christ would be born. So Isaiah was not a small prophet at all. It's as if that neighbor come to me now and tell me, son, the Lord told me that you are going to die tomorrow. What will I do? If I don't know that God, I'll be like, our daddy in the Lord, a great prophet that is known by God, he has given the word. Is there anything that can change it? But Hezekiah was not like that. He said, okay, thank you, sir. He went back to, maybe it is God that sent, I will talk to your master. Oh my God. The next time a prophet comes to you and told you something that is negative, say in your heart, don't worry, I'll discuss with the person that sent you. You know that level of relationship. Maybe he sent you, don't worry. I will discuss with him. It's not you just deliver the message you have been sent. I will discuss with the person that sent you. I will discuss with your master. And that was what Hezekiah did. He went back and discussed with God, and the Lord turned things around. And the question now is, if I now want to know this God, how do I start this relationship?